Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sodaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is A Funny Feeling Podcast. We're back, Betsy.
We did it, Marcy.
This is our first recording of 2026, which so far has been perfect. This year's perfect, and I have no complaints. How are you?
Really, just perfect. No complaints. Everything's going great.
It's going good.
Everything's going great.
I did something weird this morning.
What'd you do?
I'm visiting my family, and we went to church. I went to a Catholic mass.
How was it?
You know, I was like, this is great. Let's talk about, you know, how we want world leaders to treat everyone with compassion and dignity. You
And
guys heard that?
Did they?
hear
And they
that?
talked about that? That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's part of like their prayers that they do every week. So I'm like,
Yeah, true. Just
are you
kidding.
you guys paying attention?
Yeah,
to
and are
everyone?
people listening?
Do you guys think that's happening? Are we good
People
with
listening?
it?
People? Anything spooky happen?
So
Any
my
Jesus's
parents,
move or anything?
no, the church was perfectly benign and a lovely enough ritual, other than kneeling. I was like, oh, this kneeling stuff. And I wasn't doing it
hurts.
for the most part, but then I was like, well, I'm kind of in the people's way who are like doing the, you know, prayer hands behind me. So I was like, I
gotta get down.
But my parents told me a story because they moved to a very rural part of Alabama, and they were telling me about driving
Did they see
on
some
these.
shit?
They saw a weird creature. They said they were like driving. It was at night. These windy, so dark. It's so dark out here.
Yeah.
Which is really cool when there's no moon because the stars. I've never seen stars.
Cool.
Like not even the desert.
Yeah.
You know, unless we were out like, you know, not like Palm
Yeah.
Springs or anything. But so the stars are incredible here. You really see the Milky Way. It looks like you're like, oh, it's a
That's
dense
awesome.
stars. So. But they were driving down a dark road and they said the best way they could describe it was shaped like a hyena. Like big,
Oh my God.
longer legs in the front than in the
Yep.
back. But they only saw it from like the side and they passed it.
What in Alabama?
I don't know what it was.
What?
I have no clue.
Let's see. Like, ooh.
Cryptids.
And at night.
Are we looking at cryptids in Alabama?
Yeah.
Let's see. I should do it with my computer.
Ooh, of course they saw it at night.
Cryptid.
Oh, there's the famous white sang, but this doesn't sound like it. A tall, white, Bigfoot-like creature with red eyes in North Alabama. The wolf woman of Mobile.
Okay. We're not far from the Coosa River. But that they weren't in, so the Coosa River is a lake or river monster. What is Catman of Catman Road?
Ooh, that sounds
let's see where even Catman Road is.
Molly.
That's
the witch
very
in
far.
The woods.
I don't know what it was. If anyone has even ever heard of a thing like that.
Yeah.
Please
even
tell
just
us.
in the South, in the South.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great time. Yeah, here, we'll do the thing where we say, guys, it's New Year. Send us your stories.
Send
it's a funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Send them to us. The Wolf Woman. Oh, yeah, I already said that one. Wolf Woman of Mobile.
So I don't know what it was, and they didn't see it long enough to get more descriptors. But Betsy,
weird
what about
stuff.
You were traveling Europe. What?
Yes.
Anything spooky happened?
Well,
I mean, that's a whole spooky continent.
It's old as shit. One of our Airbnbs that we stayed at was built in 1761.
Too old for us, probably brand new for them, right?
Isn't that? Yeah, where they're like, this is a nice modern building. But we were like,
1761.
Whoa. But we went to a couple of castles and stuff, and I busted out my little ghost thing, and we got some talking to. But nothing too...
You got a talking to?
We got a talking to, but nothing too like, wow. But also nothing where it wasn't like clearly reading my text messages. It wasn't like Taco Bell, like
blowing up.
Yeah, blowing up toilet. Wasn't anything like that. I'm trying to think if there was anything that popped out of like, ooh. I don't know. Yeah. It was pretty chill, not too spooky vacation.
Hey, you're trying to relax. You can't.
Right. We didn't do any like ghost tours or anything. It was very Christmas heavy.
You're not on the clock, and ghosts are work now. This is business. We're about to get down to business, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump in.
Let's do
an email then. We're gonna get down to business.
I'm so excited. Let's get to business.
So the subject of this one is very fun. It's touch me.
Oh.
Maybe to be saying like in the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Probably.
Touch me.
Yeah,
I wanna feel dirty.
Woo.
All right. Hi, ladies. I started listening about a year after hearing Betsy on Woo Woo with Rachel Dratch.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I found you when I was going through a rough time. For this, I will be forever grateful to you both. Aw.
That's so
I'm
nice.
glad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You had to go through that shit.
Your podcast kept me laughing and helped me fall asleep at night by replacing my anxious thoughts with laughter until I fell asleep.
Cool.
That's nice. As I would fall asleep while listening, I would rewind the episode to the last thing I remembered hearing when I woke up and listen again.
Yep.
I would also listen to your podcast while I walked our dog twice a day or on the subway with my earbuds. I think that people stayed away with me as I was always laughing out loud while alone.
Yes.
I have, as of today, listened to all of the episodes from the beginning. I love you both. I figured it was about time I sent you some of my stories.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We were living in NYC for the past 4 years until moving upstate this past spring. Our building was built in 1906. I was just going to bed and had laid down on my left side. I felt someone slide their hand down my right upper arm in a comforting way. No one was in the room with me. For some reason, it didn't freak me out at all. The next night, I felt a cat jump up on my bed and crawl over my legs.
Oh.
I don't have a cat. Another day, I had just gotten into bed to take a nap and had just pulled the covers up to my chin when all of a sudden something yanked my sheets really hard from the end of the bed. I yelled out, "Not okay." After that, nothing touched me again.
Nice. Good. What is going on in your bedroom?
Also, when I was listening to your podcast with Tammy Sager, the story of her murder house sounded really familiar to me. My best friend had dated a guy for a few years, about 20 years ago. I had heard all about how his dad had murdered his first wife. I sent the podcast to her for verification, and she said that yes, that was his dad. His half-sister is the one that testified in the trial. She slowly realized over the years that her dad had murdered her mom. My friend's ex said that his mom had realized he had murdered his first wife when he had tried to choke her out once in a fight. Oh my God, yes, they did get divorced. Thank God. Wow.
That's nuts.
Also, in my 30s, I would randomly hear someone whisper my name into my ear when I was alone. I think it was a woman's voice. It always made me jump. Another time, my husband and I were doing a couple's mediation. During the mediation, our meditation. Sorry, very big difference. We were doing a couple's
difference.
meditation. During the meditation, I felt a hand
But
grab.
I was thinking, I was like, good for you. Good for you for making moves to be like, we need somebody to like
we want
figure
to fight.
This out. We
want to fight so bad, but we gotta have someone help us.
Somebody.
During the meditation, I felt a hand grab and yank my shoulder back really hard. It wasn't my husband, because it wasn't mediation, but no one else was in the house.
Whoa.
Needless to say, we didn't do the meditation again. I have a lot of other stories, but I will send them later as this is getting long. I'm going to start listening all over from the beginning now. Cool. Stay funny and don't shit your pants. Have a great day, Stephanie.
Stephanie!
These were those. Ew. Okay, so we have the upstate house.
Or I think that the that was the upstate where the bedroom, something's up in the bedroom.
Yes, in 1906. So, okay, I immediately had a theory once we got to the yanking. I think whatever it was trying to make them feel comforted.
Because at first, the like hand and stuff, they were like, I feel okay.
This is fine. But it was not that nice.
No.
Well,
don't yank my blankies off of me, man.
Don't yank anything off of me.
Don't yank anything off of me.
Unless it's a snake.
Then please yank.
Yank a snake.
Please yank that snake off of me.
Get it.
Yank it off quick, dude.
Yank it. I mean, I guess it did listen to them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which was good.
Yeah.
But I don't like it, though.
I don't like that either.
I'm mad at it.
Leave people alone when they're in beds. Please.
It's hard enough to get sleep.
It's so hard.
Enough.
It's too hard.
Oh my God.
Ooh, and then the whispering your name. What? Stephanie, you're like in touch.
You got something, Stephanie.
With the other side.
And the meditation.
Yanking. Once again, don't yank. Don't yank. Please don't yank.
Please.
Okay, Marcy, I got one. Are you ready?
Okay.
This is called A Story I Think You Guys Might Like.
Oh my God.
Probably.
I love when I like a story.
Probably. A few years ago, I was camping with my girlfriend at the time. We had explored an abandoned industrial complex and had decided to set up a tent and stay the night.
Oh, wait.
They were exploring an abandoned industrial complex and decided to set up a tent and stay the night.
I can't think of anything scarier.
That is so funny, where it's like, what? You're asking for trouble.
Hi, this is uncomfortable and not beautiful. Let's go.
Woo! I am a heavy sleeper, and she sleeps very light. So she woke up in the middle of the night and is freaking out. She wanted to stay quiet, though, so she didn't wake me. She was sure it was a bear because it sounded big, and she was actually convinced that the bear could hear her palpitating heart, so she covered her chest with a pillow, which is funny because that ended up being what woke me up. Took your pillow. Give me this pillow. That is so funny.
What about my heart?
Yeah, come on. I rolled over to cuddle her because the pillow was moved, and I reached over and had my hand on her chest. I nestled in and relaxed. That is, until I felt her heart palpitating. I woke up and was like, what the fuck is going on? And she pointed outside. I stayed awake with her for a few hours and I couldn't hear anything at all, like no birds or anything. The next morning, we checked the cooler we had out there and the pan we used to make our evening meal. It hadn't been touched. So, not a bear, and we never saw a flashlight. This is an area that was absolutely dark. I mean, no moons, no stars. It was cloudy, and when I went out to use the woods as a bathroom, I could not see at all. So I'm not sure what it was. Scared the hell out of my girlfriend, though. Enjoy your podcast. I guess enjoy your podcast. Found it recently, and I'm glad you guys are doing it. Thanks, smiley face. Hey, enjoy your podcast. Wow, what the fuck? I mean, you're in an abandoned industrial complex.
Too many scary things that it could be, right?
Even bears are like, I'm not going in there.
A bear is like, I worked 6 days on, and I'm working, and I have 3 days off of work. I'm not going back to the factory.
I'm not doing, I have to work there all the time.
Why
would I go looking for a picnic basket there?
I'm not, no one's picnicking.
Nobody's picnicking in industry except for this. These folks are like, let's go picnic in like an abandoned insane asylum.
So spooky.
It's
spooky.
so spooky.
Hey, I gotta tell you, too spooky, guys.
You do.
I can't imagine. There's no way to know at all.
No.
What could have been. Could have been murder.
No. Yeah.
Just straight murder.
Could have been just straight up murder.
That was murder.
I remember one time we went, so after I graduated high school, like truly like that week after, me and my good friends, my best friends, we were like, let's go to California. Let's road trip to California and like stop in Vegas and stuff. And at one point we were in California and we found a beach to camp on. I'm not a big camp head. I'm not a big camper.
No, not a camp head. You're not a camp head.
Not a camp head. But so we're like camping on this beach, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God. I hear like a woman making noises. I was like, I think someone's getting murdered. And then I just waited out and it's like, oh no, somebody's doing it.
Someone's
getting nailed right outside of our tent, and nobody else woke up, and it was so loud. And of course, I didn't want to wake anybody up, but I was just like the next day, I was like, "Did you guys hear like those people just doing it?" And they were like, "No, I slept so good." And I was like, "What?" There were people. It felt like I could touch them. Like it felt like they were so.
You could have been invited in.
Ah, dang.
You were like so close to being like, am I doing it with
this weird 18-year-old Betsy? Hey, no.
Hey,
my voice hasn't changed yet.
Hey, I thought this was murder, but I see it's something else. I thought it was murder,
but instead, yeah, you're poking something else.
Oh yeah,
Hey, so all of this saying
that could be
maybe girlfriend heard some people doing it or something in an industrial complex that's abandoned.
Could be. It could be. How about that?
I don't know.
Well, Betsy, would you like to listen to?
I would love to listen to one.
Don't go camping in an industrial complex. Maybe I don't know what an industrial complex is now that I'm thinking of it.
But it seems spooky, right? Like
of whatever
is it like machinery and stuff? I'm thinking Industrial Revolution complex.
Wait, now I gotta look up what's an industrial complex.
Like it feels like a big warehousey.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like pillars with like smoke coming out of smokestacks and like pipes and like.
Wow.
It's like it's called a network of intertwined industries, institutions, and government. Yeah, it's a sole economic concept where businesses become entwined.
Wow.
I can't go any further.
I can't even read the words. I can't go any further.
I can't go any further. Let's listen to it. We're gonna listen to a listener story instead.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, Marcy and Betsy. My name is Esther, she, her, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a brand new listener here from the guest spot on Hey Riddle Riddle.
Ooh.
And, of course, I came over and listened to your episode with Erin Keefe. I love all of you so much. And here's a story for you. Bit of background. I grew up very conservative, evangelical, it was my identity for a long time. And now I tell people I broke up with Jesus. We're still friends, but I don't fuck with his dad, though, if that makes any sense to you. But this is a story that relates my dad and I. So here we go. My grandfather was an old man by the time my dad was born in 1952.
Wow.
Despite being an only child, my dad and his father didn't have the warmest of relationships. My grandfather had had a rough life growing up during the Depression and wasn't the touchy-feely type of dad. My dad was routinely woken up in the mornings by his father flicking the lights on and off. After his dad passed away when he was about 14, he was awoken by the lights flicking on and off one morning.
Yeah.
The light flickered with the accompanying loud click of an old house's light switch. There was no making of this sound. Like, the light switch was moving. You know? So, the only other person in that house was his mother, and she had not done that. Growing up, before I was aware of the relationship, I had assumed that this had been a reoccurring event and that it had brought my dad comfort and felt like his dad was still there. And it wasn't until after my dad passed that my mother told me what really happened. The lights only happened once because my dad told his father to knock it off. And he did. In January of 2024, it was the 1-year anniversary of my dad's unexpected passing. And I took the day off of work to reflect. And I finished it like I do any Wednesday, which was karaoke at my favorite spot with my favorite people. I'm
nice.
a karaoke fiend. I can't help it. And so as I'm leaving the place, it's, about midnight, and I start singing quietly to myself from Yentl, Papa, can you hear me? And as I turn the corner, I'm stopped in my tracks. A light outside of an establishment is furiously flickering. The skeptic in me knows that this is a fairly typical occurrence, but I felt like it was my dad saying hi.
Yeah.
He didn't scare me like his dad did to him. I stood there for a moment, receiving the message and returning a quiet hi, Daddy, to the stars. I still see my dad every day, and it's not even in a supernatural kind of way. It's just seeing like a flavor. He loved like maple. He liked maple stuff and blueberry coffee, and he built some of the furniture that I still have, and I treasure that so much. And now knowing this story that he had experienced as a child and growing up, whenever I had the heebie-jeebies as a little kid, I felt like I was getting kind of spooked out about something. My dad took me seriously. Yeah, it was in a very religious way, like begone Satan kind of thing, but he didn't dismiss my fears. He didn't make me feel like I was being silly or just imagining things. He was like, okay, let's pray about it. Let's get this taken care of. Because apparently my dad is a ghostbuster who ghost busted his own dad.
Yes.
All right, well, you ladies take care. Love ya.
I think that the timing of it makes me agree.
Absolutely.
That happened on the anniversary, and you were calling him, you were saying, "Can you hear me?"
Yes. Yes, I think it was absolutely him.
Yeah.
Being like, Oh, that's so nice.
Also, good reminder. Sometimes you just got to say, "Ghosts, no."
Yeah,
I don't like to do. I don't like
Stop
how you
this.
do that.
Even if that is so fun. I'm like, it's your dad visiting. You stop it, Dad.
No, you stop.
You leave me alone.
No.
Just come visit me in a dream or something,
I'd be happy to say hello then.
I would love to see you in a dream.
Be my greatest
Don't
pleasure.
rip my blankets off. Don't yank me.
Yeah.
Just
okay. A little hi.
A little
chit
hi.
chat.
I'm doing fine. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
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 Wow. Yeah, it was absolutely him saying hello.
I think so.
I'm with you. Oh, that's so
That's
nice. That's
well,
so
I
nice.
have an email. It's titled "A Birthday Visit from My Grandma."
Nice.
They're my grandmother. Why did I say ma? Gotta keep myself
Marcy,
honest. I gotta keep myself honest.
you have to.
I need to start at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Betsy
Begin
and
it.
Marcy. And see, I've been a long time listener, and I just want to say your podcast really helps me get through my work days. I look forward to every episode, so thank you for all that you do. You're
Cool.
welcome.
That rules. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I wanted to share a dream I had recently that really stuck with me. It was around my birthday, and growing up, my grandmother used to visit from Florida to Buffalo every summer for my birthday and again for Christmas.
Cute.
In the dream, I woke up in the same bed I was really sleeping in, next to my wife.
My wife.
In the doorway stood my
Borat.
grandmother. And Borat. In the doorway stood my grandmother. I lit up and said, "Oh, when did you get here? I thought you were in Florida." She smiled and said, "I wanted to surprise you for your birthday." In the dream, I even woke my wife and introduced her, which meant a lot since she never got the chance to meet my grandmother in real life. When I woke up for real, I felt so much peace. It was comforting, like she was still watching over me. I don't know if it was just my mind missing her or if her spirit really came to visit, but it felt real. I've actually had other visitation dreams from my grandmother.
Cool.
And even one from my aunt, but I'll save those stories for another time. Thanks for giving people a space to share experiences like this. Keep up the awesome work. And as always, don't shit your pants and stay spooky. Your friend from Buffalo, Ace.
Ace. Oh, that's nice.
That's
it
so
seems
nice.
like your grandmother was like a big part of your life. Like, that's so nice coming for your birthday every year and Christmas. Like, where you have a connection. Oh, that's so cool.
I love it.
Oh. Yeah. And getting to like introduce your wife to your grandmother is so nice.
My wife.
Sorry, wife.
I mean, that's how you know that Borat's with us all forever. My wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
Been to a couple of weddings where it's like
people say my wife.
Yeah, or they're like, my wife, and everybody's like, yeah.
It works every time.
Every time. I'm never going to be mad at it. Every time.
It's
funny every time. Okay, I got one. Synchronicity, it's titled. Ooh. Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I just discovered the pod thanks to Betsy being on Why Won't You Date Me?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I can't get enough. I've only managed to go back to about election time, but I'm so happy to have so much to go back and listen to. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening. One of the first episodes I heard, Betsy mentioned synchronicities and how they're not nothing, paraphrasing. You probably put it better than I did. Today, I had one that gave me chills and made my eyes well up inexplicably. When I was in the second grade, our teacher taught us a folk song from one of Canada's, First Nations. The song came with hand motions, and I've never forgot the words. It's actually a quite devastating song about starving and begging for mercy, but if you don't understand the language, it's a bop. Fast forward to me working at my job in 2016. I'm now 30 and I'm in charge of our First Nations clients. A friend of mine and I were discussing a file and she says, I think there's a song about one of the towns, my clients. One of the towns is a client. You know.
Business.
I froze because before she said anything else, I knew it was the song from second grade, a song that I had never heard anyone else mention in the last 23 years. She points to it on the map, and sure enough, it's a line in the song. Fast forward to 2023, I've had 2 kids, and my job was made remote over the pandemic. I was looking through my new client list and saw the name of that town and reminisced what a nice coincidence that was. I closed the document and went to the bathroom. As I pulled out Instagram, LOL, the very first post I saw had a slide of these 2 kids dancing to the very song. I never even
Whoa.
knew a recording existed. That's nuts. That's really nutty.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, are our phones listening? But that, I'm sure they didn't like, them reminiscing wasn't out loud being like, I remember this song in their phone listening, you know?
Right, and especially because it's so like a unknown song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fast forward a few more years to about a month ago, and my cousin invites my husband and I to go see a group he likes that I've never heard of. He sent me their name so I could get to know them. So this morning, the day of the show, I decided to finally listen. The second song that played was the freaking song. It's called Uncanny by Polo and Pan. I freaked out. I don't know the significance, but it's gotta be something. I paused the writing of this only to pick back up a week later because of a crazy oddity that just happened. I work from home and am currently sitting at my desk in the living room on the main floor. We bought the house from my mother-in-law a couple years after my father-in-law passed away, and we completely renovated it. One of the features we added were lights on the stairs that are motion activated. As I was sitting at my desk, I was watching Ghosts, which I had just started and am literally on Betsy's second episode.
Hell yeah.
In the episode, there is mention of the efforts it takes for ghosts to communicate with us. As I'm watching, the lights in the stairs go on. I'm home alone, and I've never seen them go on alone before. Spooky. And that story kind of ties in with my next one. My father-in-law passed just a couple weeks after finding out I was pregnant with our first child. Thankfully, we had shared the good news with him before he passed, but he never got to meet either of my children. Fast forward 4.5 years, I was in my bedroom with my almost 4-year-old daughter, and my son was just a couple of weeks old, and I was trying to put him down in the bassinet I had next to my bed. My daughter is a chatterbox and was mid-sentence when she stopped and said, "Mommy, there's a man that looks like Daddy that just left the room." I was stunned. She's never met her grandfather, but knew he had passed before she was born. I was a little freaked out, but overall found it pretty sweet that my father-in-law came to meet his grandkids. Thank you guys so much for everything, and don't shit your pants.
Whoa.
It also feels like he was saying hi on the lights, you know, like, oh, you're watching Ghosts. That
That's
is one
so
of the ghost
cool.
powers, too, is being able to flicker lights.
Flicker lights. That's cool.
And the synchronicity, like, what is that about?
So, I wonder, I hope, let's just say that this could be a possibility that someone listens to this episode and it's also a synchronicity for them.
Whoa. Whoa. Synchronicity on synchronicity on synchronicity. Let us know if you're listening to this episode and then you have a synchronicity.
And then
someone
else
will have a synchronicity on your synchronicity.
We'll just never stop.
Never stop with synchronicity.
Hell yeah. Why?
Cool.
Why would we? Never wanna.
No.
Forever. And yeah, then the daddy. A man that looks like Daddy just left the room.
That's wild.
Hey, kiddo, why don't you tell me while they're in the room?
Yeah. Let me know who's in the room.
Hey, kiddo, tell me when there's a man in the room.
Let me know when there's a man in the room.
Give Mama a little heads up there.
Come on, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Tell Mama about it. All right. Should we listen to another story? All right, this one is... All right, I had to make sure I got the right one. Okay.
Get the right one.
Hi, ladies. This is David from Washington, D.C. I sent you an email and about stuff at my own home here in Washington, D.C., but I had another story that I wanted to share, and it's about my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law passed away back in 1979, long before I ever knew my husband. And at the time she died, the family was living in Florida. But before that, they had lived in New York City in an apartment there. And my sister-in-law's sister still lived in that building. And it's actually, she's the one who told this story, that she came in to the building one day, and there was a Jamaican woman who lived in the building, had lived there for a number of years, and said to Anna, and greeted her and said, "Oh, aren't you Daisy?" And Anna said, "No, Daisy's my sister." But she used to live in this building too. And she said, "Oh, well, I just saw Daisy's mother-in-law, and she was telling me how everybody was doing." And Anna looked at her and said, "Where did you see her?" And she said, "Well, she had gotten on the elevator, and the woman was there, and they rode up in the elevator together, and she talked about her 3 sons and what they were doing and all of that. And as they got up there, they got to the floor, and Anna said to the woman, "That's very interesting, because this woman passed away the other day."
Wow.
And she said the Jamaican woman's eyes got very big, and she got off of the elevator very quickly. And she told her sister what had happened, and that was pretty much the end of it. But we've talked about it different times, and we just think that she was visiting places that she had lived before she went away. And it was interesting too, because she was on the elevator, but she couldn't push any buttons. And she rode up the elevator, and I don't know whether she got off. The woman didn't say that, or where she went. But she was there, and and this woman told her things about the family that the sister could confirm that, oh yeah, that's what's going on with the family. And we always thought that was very, very funny. And it was certainly spooky for the woman on the elevator, but it was actually very comforting for the family to know that their mom was kind of making the rounds of these places, and before she went out. That there have been no other visits from her that I'm aware of. Certainly none of her sons have ever seen anything. I talk to her sometimes, but
cool.
That's just me. I will talk to different spirits. So not a real scary story or anything like that, but definitely one that had some confirmation of that could not have happened any other way. For somebody to make it up.
Yeah.
But that's all. Hopefully you didn't shit your pants over that. Feel free to use the story, and look for the email that I sent about the spirits that are in my house in Washington, D.C. Thank you. Bye.
Ooh. Whoa.
Ooh, I like that, of just like the mom being like, "Let me tell you about my kids."
I know, gossiping. Just gossiping.
That's so nice.
Dude,
how wild.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? No.
Imagine finding out, it's that joke of that person hasn't been alive for 47 years. And you're like, wait, what?
Wait, huh?
What?
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I like that.
Me too.
I'm so curious about other places she lived, or other haunts.
Where else?
Has she has she visited and been like, I have 3 kids. Here's their deal. They're really great.
What my son is doing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Get a load of this.
Yeah, you will not believe
My gosh.
what's going on with my kids.
My kiddos.
My
These kids.
kiddos.
I like that. That was very. I also want to hear more about David talking to spirits. I
I
think.
know. Well, we got an email, so
I think we actually read it like a year ago.
Okay,
but,
probably.
or a little over, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Like very nonchalant. I'm like, well, I do talk to her.
I do talk, and I'll do
I actually
that.
talk to a lot of spirits, but anyways. Here's a story where it's like, what? I want to know about that too. Send us some.
Send more.
I mean, you
David
did. Keep them coming.
Well, yes, but I believe David's gonna have more. I believe David.
I bet David is talking to a spirit right now.
Right now. And it's like, hold on, and I'm missing a podcast.
Yeah,
I think they're talking about me.
Yeah. Let me pause the podcast. Hey, you know what? Share it. Please tell the spirits to listen.
Please.
And subscribe. And
rate, review, tell their friends.
Write a review, tell their spirit friends.
And they'll tell their spirit friends.
All
right.
And they'll tell a friend.
And they'll tell a friend.
Okay.
And this one is called Lilydale Experience.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Marcy and Betsy. I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys about this. I've written a few times, and one of those times was about visiting my aunt and uncle's lake house in Chautauqua.
Sounds good.
New York. And visiting a hotel that had a picture of a ghost in the lobby. Cool. I think it was in 2023 when Marcy mentioned Lilydale in an episode, and I Googled it, and it was only about half an hour from my aunt's lake house, so I decided next trip I would go visit.
Cool.
Unfortunately, in the summer of 2024, that same aunt suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. So this past summer, I made sure to go when we went up to the lake house with my uncle. I tried to keep it a secret because I wasn't sure how my uncle would feel, but he ended up following behind me. I went in to see a medium. I made an appointment for her by myself while my husband walked around. She explained the rules, and as soon as our session started, she said my dad was there, but then looked confused and said, "But your dad is still alive," which he is. However, in 2011, he tried to kill himself. She even mentioned at an event that happened she even mentioned an event that happened about an hour before his attempt that only close family knows about.
Wow.
She said he was half in and half out of his world, which absolutely mind-boggled me. That's wild.
That is really wild.
Then we moved on to my aunt, and the medium brought up lavender, which was something my aunt mentioned one of the last times I saw her. And to know that every time I see lavender in some place out of the ordinary, that it's my aunt. Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
The last big thing that got me was I had an old friend who passed in 2021, and for a few months I had no idea what happened, but I had a dream shortly after he passed where he was there, and he said, "My parents are gonna kill me. You can't tell my parents." And I eventually found out that he had drugs that were laced with fentanyl. Oh. Shortly after he passed, God. I also posted an old photo of us, and one of his siblings messaged me asking to take it down and that it's private, so I obliged. During the reading, she acknowledged the dream and said that his visiting that was his visiting, and mentioned how he didn't like how his family wouldn't talk about how he passed because it could save someone else, and that he made a dumb decision. She also brought up other things about him and random stories I completely forgot about. When I came out, my uncle was waiting in the lobby, and even though he didn't have an appointment, she immediately took him back without a word and gave him a session as well. Hope you guys can visit Lilydale too one day. Thanks, Gina. That's
wow. That medium is good.
Very good. Oh,
that's so sad.
I mean,
it's so sad.
It is a good PSA.
Yeah.
They have testing strips and stuff for fentanyl. Oh, it's so scary.
Oh, gosh, it's so scary.
Yeah. But God, Lilydale, man, cranking out the mediums there.
Really?
Just cranking them.
Really good.
Yanking them and cranking them.
Cranking them.
Wow. That's...
Wow.
I'm would not be any of our business, but I hope that their uncle had a great reading as well.
I know. I'm curious of like your wife's here. You know, like I'm curious as to what happened there. I'm sure it's something.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was nice and. Oh, okay. I have this one's a shorty.
Okay.
So if we want, I could do two back to back, or we can see. We could see.
I will say there's a possibility I might have sent you another shorty.
Okay, great.
No, the next one's a medium.
Medium. Okay.
Not a medium, but a medium.
Yes. Not a medium, but a medium. This is called Eerie Irish Story.
Eerie Irish Story.
They try to do it in an Irish accent.
Oh, we were all waiting.
Hi, ladies. No, I will never. Hi, ladies. I've heard of several Irish legends, but one actually happened to my grandmother. There's an Irish legend that when someone is about to die, there will be a knocking at the door. This actually happened.
No.
My grandfather was in the hospital in Newport, Rhode Island, and he was dying of some sort of cancer. It was late at night, and suddenly there was a knocking at the door. When she got up, no one was there. My grandfather died in the next few hours. Tracy.
You always hear about death coming and knocking.
Yeah.
Ew, that's so scary.
That is so wild.
That's
so wild. In Dr. Sleep, and I feel I've heard this in real life stuff, the main character, Danny from The Shining, because it's the book's a sequel to The Shining years and years later. It's a good book.
Right.
He works in a hospice, I believe, and there's a cat that lives in the hospice, and whenever the cat goes in a room and sleeps with someone, they know that they're the next to go. And I feel I've heard that in real life stories too. I mean, animals, they know too. But that is like, ooh, hearing a knock.
A knock? Yeah. That's spooky.
Spooky.
Too spooky.
Too spooky.
How do you feel about it? Do you want to do another?
Let me. Oh, yeah, here we go. We got another one.
Yeah.
This one's called Listener Story, Noises on the Stairs. Nasty.
Noises.
Hi, ladies. I've been listening to your pod since Betsy went on Nicole Byers' podcast. Why won't you date me?
I love that.
Cool.
I love it.
Cool. It's a good podcast. Check it out.
I love Nicole.
We love Nicole. Since I'm late to the pod, I've started going back and listening to old episodes. My wife and I love your mix of spooky and fun stories. Hell yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I wanted to write in about something spooky that just happened to me. During the summer, my wife and I sleep in the basement guest room because it's cooler. One night, I woke up and heard the sound of my wife going upstairs. I thought nothing of it. She probably was going to get a glass of water or to the main bedroom and would come right back. I rolled over to go back to sleep and saw my wife in bed next to me. We don't have pets or kids, so what was going up the stairs? There's no way I could sleep now, so I gathered my courage to go upstairs and check it out. I was creeping around in my underwear, peeking around every corner, hoping not to get murdered. Our house isn't that big, so it didn't take me long to figure out no one was there. Living, at least. All of a sudden, the microwave clock catches my eye, and I see it's 3 a.m. Witching hour.
Witching.
I checked the doors and windows to be sure, and then hurried back to bed, where I obviously couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I didn't hear anything else that night, either. Our house is only about 20 years old, and we are the third owners, so I never really considered it could be haunted. However, our neighborhood does have a lot of stray cats, and there are even cat prints in the concrete floor of our garage because they walked through the construction site when our house was built. Maybe a ghost cat who is mad there's a house on its old vacant lot? Who knows, but hopefully I never come face to face with whatever was on the stairs. Don't shit your pants, Andrew.
Andrew, I would die. That's so scary to me.
That is so scary to be like,
and
it's just my wife. And then again, and then, nuh-uh. Your wife's right
Something
there.
worse. Something worse than your wife.
Oh, what do you do? What do you do?
I guess you.
I guess you just continue going.
You just continue and you write us an email about it.
You send us an email and we fix everything. We fix anything.
We're on the case.
We're on it. We're on it.
We're taking care of it right now.
Oh, don't worry, we're taking care of it.
All right, I'm gonna give you a break, and I'm
Okay.
gonna play a listener story.
Thank you.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Burn down the house with the noises on the stairs.
Oh yeah, we think you should burn that house down.
Wake your wife up.
Oh yeah, get her out of bed first.
Get her out of there.
But if you hear noises on the stairs and you think it's your wife and then it's not your wife, burn it to the ground.
Salt the earth and get out of there.
And get out of there.
All right. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Wait, sometimes I don't press play. There we go.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Marcy. It's Erin here. And I just wanted to share the story of when I had my first paranormal interaction, I guess, as an adult. I ended up having a tumor in my neck that had to be removed. But before we knew what it was, the doctor sent me to get an MRI. And they put me in the machine, and I had this thing to hold my head still, but it had a mirror on it so I wouldn't get claustrophobic, so I could see out a little bit.
Nice.
And so I ended up being in the MRI for a total of 45 minutes.
Ugh.
But around minute 35, I thought, boy, I really wish someone was here to hold my hand. And at that moment, I felt a warm hand grab my right hand. And I kind of glanced down and nobody was holding my hand. And the techs were still behind the glass. So I thought, that's interesting. And then I closed my eyes because I didn't want to freak out. So I closed my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, I could see outside the machine and I could see my feet sticking out. And I could see that there was a guy sitting in the room with his hand in the machine holding my hand. And I could see what he looked like. I could see what he was wearing. Jeans with Adidas shoes, a black pullover sweatshirt with a half zip, and a black baseball cap. And he had kind of shaggier brown hair. And I didn't know who it was. I'd never seen that person before, ever. And so my aunt is a nurse in an ER, and I asked her, does anyone ever hallucinate when they're in an MRI? And she goes, no, it's just magnets. That wouldn't make that happen at all. And so she said, why? And I told her what I saw, and she started crying, and I said, what's going on? And she said, oh, that sounds like my best friend's son. And I said, oh? And she goes, yes, he was a race car driver and he died in an accident on the track. Google his name. So I Googled his name, and the picture that came up matched exactly who I had seen with his hand in the machine. And so he kind of hung around me for a little bit. He would chase my cat at night. And one night I said his name and I said, knock it off. And the cat came in, jumped on the bed and laid down. And then I said, good night. And I pulled the covers over my head because somehow we think that that's going to help us when there are ghosts around.
Yeah,
I don't get
it is.
But
it's
anyway, that was my story. And hope it didn't make you shit your pants, but it was just a comforting ghost when I needed it the most.
That's nuts.
That is
That's
awesome.
Nuts. Yes.
That is awesome.
And then just decided to hang around you for a little bit.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, you saw me, like,
Yeah.
you know it was me. I'm gonna play with your cat a little bit.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Oh my God. That's really cool.
That's so cool. I've never heard
Yeah.
anything like that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Ugh.
And yeah, maybe it was like, that's so nice of just like kind of a moment of need. And then even if you don't know this person or whatever, they're like, well, I know.
Yeah, I'm connected some
I'm connected.
Yeah.
I'll help you out for now. Like,
yeah.
that's
just
so
hanging out.
nice. Yeah, I'm chilling. So
I'm just chilling up here, whatever.
Wow.
Dog, I'll hold your hand, dog. Whatever you
dude,
need.
dog, give me your
Dude,
hand. Give me
Dude,
your hand.
dogs.
I'll show you.
Man, these were really good.
These were
These
really
are a
great.
good start to the new year.
Dude, right?
Dude,
Really good
right?
start, dude.
Guys, you know
Really
what
good start.
I'm gonna ask you guys to send in your stories to
Send them in. Send them in. Yeah,
Oh,
keep them
man.
coming.
Betsy, have you ever had an MRI?
Yes.
Are they scary?
Yes. One for my ankle, and then one when I was very sick and I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, right.
When
right,
I had myocarditis, they figured
it was
it
like
out.
it was like a virus, right? In your
Yeah, that makes
heart?
your heart muscles swell so much
Like-
that then my heart kind of stopped working well. So,
like the
They didn't-
Grinch.
huh?
Your heart, like the Grinch, how your
Like the-
heart grew 3 sizes.
My heart grew 3 sizes too big. Or 3 sizes bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
It went poof, poof. Yeah. So there, and then for my ankle, I had to get one.
I've never.
Yeah. And
Would
there,
you
it
want a
is just
ghost holding your hand?
No, I never even thought of that. I think both times, or like when I was really sick, I didn't know what was. I was just like, I
Right.
was not all together.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, yeah, I have 3 sisters, and they're like, what are their names? I was like,
None of your business. That's a great question.
I don't know. Or I saw Mary Sasson, and I was like, I know you, and she's like, and I was like,
Pretty well.
I know you.
I know that I know you.
I know that I know you, but how do I know you?
Did she think that was a bit?
No, I don't think. I think there were no bits that night. Of just, it was like
People were just worried. They're like,
Yeah.
oh.
yeah.
Oh,
But we
well,
figured it out.
I'm thank God.
Myocarditis, dude.
Myocarditis.
Hey, don't recommend it, brother.
Let's not get that. Let's not.
Try not to. Try not to. I don't know how you do. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, you didn't even know how you got it.
It was
Huh?
just in my body, I guess.
Just snuck on in.
Snuck on in. Went right on in.
Well, like I said,
Have
these
you
were
ever
great.
had one? You've never had one?
No, and I'm not gonna.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Knocking on wood.
Whoa.
I'll
Woo,
never
woo, woo.
need one.
Yeah, good. You're not going to need one.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Put that out there for you. You don't need one.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you
don't look
don't
you know you
fine.
look inside this old thing?
No, this little thing's doing fine, man.
I think we got a good thing going here.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, we're back and everything's
Yes.
great.
Yes. And
Yes.
everything's great.
Everything's great.
Woo.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.